What is going on, everyone? Platinum Beast coming at you with yet another video today. Today we're going to be talking about the top 3 reasons that not only I, but many people are talking about why platinum will finally be taking off. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, everybody. So why is platinum going to take off? I'm sure some of y'all are wondering that question. I'm sure some of y'all already have an idea of why you think platinum will take off. But today I'm going to give you the top 3 reasons, and I'm going to give you a little bonus one at the end. So be sure to stick around for that. But regardless, we're going to talk about some things today. All right. So first and foremost, what we have going for platinum right now is mining. Okay, mining is taking a drastic turn for the worse, if you will. And what I mean by that is the largest miner of this precious metal in the world is none other than South Africa. Okay, so the majority of this metal comes from South Africa. Now, I've heard people talk about, oh, the U.S. is looking into it, Canada's looking into it, other places are looking into it, and that's all fine and dandy. But right now, with the way things are and the infrastructure that's already been built, South Africa is the top exporter and miner of platinum by itself, just platinum. So with that being said, what are they doing down there in South Africa? Well, they're starting to shut down mines. They're finding it's not really worth it to mint or mine, if you will, this metal because the demand's just not there. The price is not high enough. You know, they're really making pennies on the dollar with this stuff. I mean, I bet you they're banking on metals that are coming out with the platinum to really kind of offset the cost of just simply mining the platinum. Because when the cost is so low and the value is so low and spot price is so low, they can only sell it for so much, right? And so because of that, they're not able to cover their cost of mining, right? The cost of everything has gone up in the past few years, but the cost of platinum, not so much, right? We're still floating around $1,000. We were doing that pre-year 20, all right? And it was year 20 that started the rise of literally the cost of everything. And that's a worldwide thing, not just America. That's really a worldwide thing. So increasing costs in manufacturing and mining while remaining a constant cost of value of goods, it's just not worth it. It would be like a farmer farming some type of crop, corn, milk, beef, whatever, and the cost of that good has not gone up, but the cost to actually do the farming has gone up. It at some point reaches a level to which it's no longer sustainable, and so it stops. So when that happens, what's going to happen with platinum? Well, the value has to go up because it becomes more and more scarce, right? Now, a modern day example of this we can kind of look at is palladium in Russia, right? Because Russia is the top miner and exporter of palladium. But the price hasn't skyrocketed since all that madness going on over there. So what's the deal with that? Well, like I've mentioned before, and like a lot of people have said, they believe that platinum is moving back into its kingdom, if you will, of platinum group metals, and palladium has really kind of taken a back seat because of that, right? That could very well be the reasoning behind it, but that hasn't caused as much of a problem. But you need one or the other for many different aspects, right? You either need platinum or you need palladium. They're sort of interchangeable, but you need one or the other. And you can't have both major parts of the world that mine it go out of business, because then you just got to choose one. And regardless, if you can't get it from those two places, you're just going to have to deal with what you got. So it's definitely interesting on the mining aspect. Many different mines are closing in South Africa and other places in the world because it's just not feasible. Okay, so that's number one, what people are talking about when they say platinum is going to take off. All right. Number 2 is BRICS. Okay, BRICS. They could probably add some extra letters in there, but the word BRICS makes a word and an acronym, so they'll probably just leave it as that. But essentially what BRICS is it's multiple different countries, and they make up that acronym, but it's also more countries than just those acronym countries. And multiple different countries are coming together to make one centralized dollar. They want to break away from the US dollar being the gold standard, if you will. This could impact platinum as well as gold and silver. A lot of people in the gold and silver sphere are talking about this as well. So this could impact platinum because if it's going to impact gold and silver, it's probably going to impact platinum. I mean, that's just kind of a given. I know people say, oh, it's different. Oh, no. But they're more similar than y'all give them credit for, if I'm being honest. I mean, they really are. When we see gold and silver go up, we ultimately see platinum go up. It might lag a little behind, but it goes up with it, right? So they are related on a certain level. Exactly the same as gold and silver? No, but related, all right? So we could see platinum be impacted based upon that measure as well, and that going through. Now, we still have to wait to see what's going to happen with all that, if all the countries are able to get along with one another and actually get that thing done. But if they do, that could impact the price of platinum and things of that nature. So that's number 2. All right. Number 3, I would say a lot of people are thinking and believing that electric cars are not going to take off at all. They're just not. So with that being said, what's going to happen? Well, at some point, people are going to say, we don't really want these electric cars. We got to figure something else out. At some point, that's just got to happen because the government and the EPA and all these different countries and things are going to want to continue to improve on emissions and things like that. The days of V8 coupes are kind of disappearing, right? And a lot of people think it's going to be electric, and a lot of people don't think it's going to be electric. And the trends are showing that it might not be electric. So if it's not electric, what do we got? We got hybrids and we got hydrogen. Those two both use platinum, all right? So if we do move into those two spheres, even just one of those two, if all cars on the road are hybrids or all cars on the road are hydrogen fueled, platinum goes up. It just does. Especially with the economy of the world getting better and better over time and more people being able to afford cars and things like that, and more countries implementing environment protection rules and regulations, it just makes sense, okay? So, a lot of people are banking on the idea that electric cars are either going to be a flop or a very niche thing, almost like, the VW van back in the day that used to run on vegetable oil or whatever. That was kind of cool and kind of quirky, but we don't see everybody driving cars on vegetable oil today. So that is the third reason why people think, and I kind of think, platinum will take off. Now, as far as my little extra point I wanted to make, okay? What we've seen and what I just can't deny and can't ignore is we've seen gold and silver go through the moon, okay? We've seen gold hit its all-time high, and then it hits an all-time high, and then it hits its all-time high, and then it hits its all-time high, and then it hits its all-time high. It's like, why are we even calling it all-time high? Just wait a month, and it'll break it, all right? So gold is madness these days. Now, silver broke its decade-long low, I guess, or high. It's at a high for a decade, right? We went over $30 an ounce, and it's been about a decade since it's been about that price. So silver's on the crazy streak. Gold is on the insane streak. What does that mean? Well, if gold becomes too high price, which we're already seeing because more and more people are buying fractional eagles this year than they are buying 1 ounce, and if silver goes on a tear and breaks 34 or holds at 30 plus or breaks 40 or whatever, and platinum's still at 1,000, I don't think investors are going to be able to ignore it forever. They're just not. There's just no way. There's no way on planet Earth that they sit there and they see platinum at 1,000, silver at 50, and gold at $3,000. That just does not make any sense in any type of world ever, anywhere. I mean, it just doesn't, right? I mean, and there will still be people that say, nope, not doing it, not doing it, not doing it. But again, at some point, the going's got to give, and investors are going to just have to see platinum for what it is, a monetary metal. Whether people believe that or not, hey, that's okay. But I think it is, and I think you should too. So that's what I have for y'all today. That's the 3 main reasons, plus my little bonus kind of thinking and ideology and theology, or whatever you want to call it, at the end. I appreciate all of y'all for stopping by and checking out my video today. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button so you can always stay up to date with future updates on the Platinum Beast channel. With all that being said, until next time, we'll see y'all.